Guys, Brian Second today, and just like Science of the Body series, we're gonna do the part one, a new part one and part two for you guys. It's probably gonna be roughly 7 to 8 minutes. We'll probably do 2 videos of that, or we can just get it all done in this video, because I'm not limited to storage and how much I can do, because it's really bad with no storage. And then I was trying to make a video that was gonna be like 11 minutes, and I only had like 4 minutes to talk about all this stuff. So I was getting really hectic, and that was again very crazy. And I made sure that I wouldn't do it this time, so I'd be prepared this time, like the other times I've been getting out here. The one time I made the video for you guys, phytonutrients, phytochemicals, isoflavonoids, I made that video. Go check that out. I highly recommend you check it out. We're gonna get in the shade, guys. It's a pretty sunny day out, especially downstate. It's down in Bay City. It's really hot out. I was down the other day for a doctor's appointment. Let me tell you guys, it was just crazy. But I just talk about all the time of this channel. It stands for health and fitness. This one kid came up to me in school, and he said, you should change your name. Instead of Brian Stecker Fitness, Brian Stecker Nutrition. Like what the hell is that? I don't just cover nutrition. I cover all this stuff. I cover supplementations. I cover working out. I cover exercises. I cover pectus excavatum. I cover the anatomy of the body. Even on my website, I cover the anatomy of my body. I did the whole anatomy of the body off the top of my head. I love to do it. It's something I love to do. It's something I enjoy doing, and that's why I don't stop. That's why I keep doing it over and over again. We have this fedora. Anyways, I've been really inactive on this account, and I really want to say sorry, guys. It was never my intention to be inactive on this account, but I was just realizing that nobody really watches my videos anymore. So if you can really just tell anybody you know to watch my videos, to spread the word about Brian Second Fitness, to watch my videos, you can be more led on these subjects instead of misled. Usually, I think it's bingo night. Wednesday is not bingo night. Fuck time is it? I don't know what time it is. I have Michael Jackson watch. Of course, it broke the one day I went to sleep, and I was like, okay, let's wear my Michael Jackson watch along with my Michael Jackson pennant that I have on, along with my Michael Jackson Thriller jacket and my Michael Jackson shirt, which I don't have right now. I was going to my doctor's appointment today, and this guy's a big fan of the Flash, so I usually, for my neurologist, I wear the Flash shirts, the Flash jacket with the Flash watch, and the Flash hat for him today. He wasn't in too good a mood, but I really wonder what happened to my Flash shorts. If anybody ever saw me walking out this park, anybody, you know that I was wearing my Flash shorts at that time. They were pretty good shorts. I mean, they lasted for the whole summer. I mean, I plan to do this summer is to do the same things I've always been doing: nutrition, health, keeping up with my YouTube account, keeping up with my website to make sure that I update it daily, and to make sure that, I never end the word Brian Second Fitness. Just because I reach 100 videos doesn't mean that I'm gonna do any more. I mean, I'm gonna do more, and I'm never gonna stop making videos. One of my idols on YouTube is Jeff Cavalier, Athlete X, and he's a great physical therapist. He's what I strive to be. He's a great nutritionist. Overall, I just dreamed to be with him one day, and I realized that if I want to be like him, that I'm gonna have to get ready. I'm gonna have to be prepared every day. Even being prepared with a YouTube video is that usually YouTubers, they leave you off for usually 1 week, and then you don't even know what's going on with them, and you're like, literally, where has he vanished to? And he uploads regularly, so that's what I plan to do. I don't want to exit off short intervals of months like I did. I was off for 4 months at one time, and I was like, what the frick? The last video I uploaded was in November, and I was like, what the hell? That was Halloween. Thriller. This November, I'm prepared with the Thriller jacket. It makes, no sense to have it on right now because it's summer, but, whatever. Anyways, I talk about nutrition. Nourishment is really important. I try, especially avoiding malnourishment, but making sure that you have the macronutrients, micronutrients, macrominerals, that you have the vitamins, you have the nourishment there. You have all the nutrients, you have the essential nutrients, you have the essential minerals, you have the essential vitamins. You have everything, but it's not just that. Of having a balance of everything, having a diet, having a life, having meals where you have a balance. A balance makes your nourishment, makes nutrition even stronger, even more better. Unlike being wars, and you're not really having a balance of anything. You're corrupted. The diet's corrupted. Either you have a corrupted amount of carbohydrates, either too many micronutrients, too many carbohydrates, too many monounsaturated fats, or omega-3 fats. But anything, it's covering all that. Too many supplementations, too much dextrose monohydrate is really going to be affecting insulin. If the hormone insulin can even form, and the pancreas can be produced in the pancreas, and you're not doing anything to maintain your blood glucose level, so you're increasing your carbohydrate intake. It's either too low or too high, which is unbalanced. And having a balance is important for nutrition. Having a balance is important to have good nourishment, and it's to make sure that you're not increasing your carbohydrate intake so much you're having too low carbohydrates, which affects your blood glucose level. And if your blood glucose level is too low or too high, when it's too low, less carbohydrates, too high, more carbohydrates, and this affects that the insulin, the hormone insulin, can even regulate the blood glucose level, because the blood glucose level is either too high or too low, and it can't control that. It can't even be formed and produced, and this leads to diabetes. And glucagon is it's not the hormone that's made to regulate insulin. Insulin is a hormone made to regulate blood glucose level, as we talk about. It's the most important one. It's the crucial one. Anyways, having a balanced amount of macronutrients, micronutrients, macrominerals, vitamins, essential macronutrients, essential vitamins, and minerals is important for having good nourishment. And as I talk about it, I have some videos fall past in my channel. You can check them out right now. I have some. I'll put them up in the link, probably above. I'll put them up in the link. But I made a video on foods highest in protein, foods highest in amino acids, foods highest in monounsaturated fats, foods highest in omega-3 fats. I made foods, and even in meal replacement, the truth. And I talk about micronutrients. That's basically what we rely on supplementations for. Again, we rely on them for the nutrition that we're not getting. We rely on them to fill the empty calories up, to give us strong foods to stay out of the fad diet, and to make sure that we're having good nourishment. But the thing is that you have too many micronutrients, you have too little macronutrients, you have too little protein, carbohydrates, omega-3 fats, monounsaturated fats. Many people usually avoid monounsaturated fats, and you need a balance for everything. You're not going to have good nourishment if you have so much unbalance in your body. But you want to make sure that they're getting down, and the esophagus to the gastrointestinal tract, that they're not being blocked by saturated fats, polyunsaturated fats, and not being blocked by carbohydrate-dense, rich foods, protein-dense, rich foods. And so, and either you'll have to have insoluble fiber, probiotics, to make sure, again, when we have a lot of saturated fats, we have a lot of polyunsaturated fats, a lot of dense foods, preventing the micronutrients, the nutrients, vitamins, the minerals from getting down there. We have to rely on insoluble fiber, probiotics, make sure it pushes the fats out. So we cleanse our body, and we get it down to the metabolic breakdown. We get the foods high nutritional value. If it's not nutritional value, you're usually having empty calories, no nutritional value at all, and that's not nearly enough energy needed for anabolism to even happen. Because get down to catabolism, the whole idea right now is to get the broken foods down to catabolism, so they can be broken down, they can be synthesized, they can be processed, and it releases energy from that. It's really important. Micronutrients, getting to have good nourishment, to have good nutrition, is to get down. If it never gets down, you witness constipation, bloating, inflammation when you have too many saturated fats, too many polyunsaturated fats, too many carbohydrates, dense foods, protein, dense foods, and it's blocking micronutrients, macronutrients, microminerals, and vitamins from getting down into the catabolic breakdown to release energy and get down to the anabolic breakdown, which is if you never release energy, the food's high nutritional value never release energy. How are you going to require your energy for your basal metabolic rate to grow and to make metabolites? And if it's making many metabolites, it usually has a lot of energy and can grow in this when it's making a lot of metabolites. And usually in overweight people, they have no anabolism, catabolism. They have no biosynthesis going on. And talking in the terms of, again, food needs to be broken down, needs to release energy before you require energy for your basal metabolic rate. They usually have no metabolites being made, not nearly enough to be the offspring of that to even. And as I talk about this, again, it's really important that all this requires energy, not just that, but the metabolism, basal metabolic rate requires energy to make metabolites, and they aid in the growth, reproduction, and development of muscle fibers, some from complex small to large, the building up of small to large, a more complex muscle fiber. Instead of muscle fiber type 1, we get into muscle fiber type 2, which have more of a capacity to grow. And this expands hypertrophy, it expands muscular growth. I talk about muscular mass too, because the muscle fibers, they link together to grow the muscle. The muscle fibers, they link to one muscle. Now there's many muscle fibers. And along with this, the blood vessels require the energy to supply oxygen to your muscles, your body cells, and muscle tissue. It's really important that the foods are releasing energy and then requiring energy. I can't preach about this enough, and it's very crucial, as I talk about all the time on this channel. Every video you usually find me talking about this, and even at that, it's really important for anabolism, catabolism, and biosynthesis to happen, the build-up of small to complex muscle fibers that have more of a capacity to grow. And after this, so that the blood vessels, it's really important that the food releases energy in nutritional food, not empty calories, not food that has no nutritional value at all, usually referred to as a fad diet with no nutritional value at all, usually having empty calories, having degenerative non-nutrients. As we talk about on this channel, we talk about polyunsaturated fats, we talk about saturated fats, we talk about poultry, we talk about bakery, we talk about sodium, we talk about cholesterol, we talk about sugar, all of the degenerative non-nutrients that I made that definition up. It's a good definition, I think so, or whatever. But again, a person with a high metabolism, is the thing that they can do is you're not understanding is that since they have a high metabolism, the energy can be stored in the liver, and since it's stored in the liver, your body's gonna use it. So it's a fly. So essentially, the thing that people are doing, and that people that have a high basal metabolic rate, they can make it so that they don't gain in fat, they don't gain in body composition. They can keep the same vascularity, same muscle tone. They can make it so that they keep their same muscular growth, and they keep the same metabolism. And so this is only a limited amount of energy that you're getting from empty calories, that you're getting from foods high in sugar, from foods high in carbohydrates. And the thing that is only people with high metabolisms is they can utilize them. They can burn them off. They can burn off the carbohydrates. They can burn off the empty calories as energy. But again, guess what? The nourishment is really bad. Nutrition is really bad, and they're just saving the bodies. But the thing is that diseases are never going. They're not saving the body from diseases, because the diseases are still going to be happening. All these diseases, as I talk about on this channel, and a person with a high basal metabolic rate can consume many calories, consume many empty calories, and burn it off and not gain fat. Whether you're talking about a person that has little to no blood circulation at all, and the muscular atrophy, the fat is preventing the blood vessels getting delivered to the body's cells and muscle tissue, and this prevents muscular growth, muscle fiber development. It prevents anabolism, catabolism to happen, biosynthesis to happen. It prevents all these things. And as there's so many diets, there's vegetarians, there's vegans, as you talk about, go on the videos right now, but them relying on supplementations that are high in dextrose monohydrate, that are high in carbohydrates, their metabolism, their body is not ready for that because of carbohydrates. And when they digest, usually slim fast, when they eat any of that supplementation, is that, yeah, they want to be getting the nutrition that they're already going to have, and it's still in their minds that they're going to be getting the nutrition, that they're going to be nourished. But the only thing that's affecting is dextrose monohydrate. It's affecting the chances of the hormone insulin and the insulin glucagon to even regulate your blood glucose level. And if it's too high, you're increasing your carbohydrate intake, or you're making it too low, your blood glucose level gets out of control, it gets corrupted, and then the hormone insulin cannot even form in the pancreas, cannot be produced in the pancreas. The hormone insulin is the main one to regulate your blood glucose level, and if your blood glucose level is too high or too low, then you're going to be getting into things like low blood sugar. You have high blood sugar, diabetes, type 2 diabetes, type 1 diabetes, when it can, if you maintain your carbohydrate intake, make sure it's not too high or too low, keep it constant, you can make it so that the hormone insulin, and it's still being made in this, the glucagon, that they can work together to stabilize it, you can get full stabilization. But in type 2 diabetes, what is type 2 diabetes? We talk about insulin sensitivity, we talk about insulin resistance, and as we talk about all these things, type 2 diabetes is when glucose level is either too high or too low, and the carbohydrate intake is so corrupt, you're not doing anything to maintain it. People are like my grandma, they're just increasing their carbohydrate intake, or it's either too low, and this affects if the insulin can even be made. And usually the hormone insulin is not being made. They need to rely on artificial ways, handmade ways to get the insulin in. And it's very major for stabilizing your blood glucose level to make sure that it doesn't get out of control from this point on. It's something that I talk about majorly on this channel. And as we're talking about overweight person, obese person, is the reason why they usually have low metabolisms. They don't have fast metabolisms that can utilize sugar, that can burn off carbohydrates, that can burn off the empty calories as energy and save their bodies. But the thing is that resetting your metabolism again to prevent, so the thing that you, damn flies. Alright, so a person with a high basal metabolic rate, again, can consume many calories, many empty calories without nutritional value, can have shit food, and they can burn it off just to save their body. But not to save the body from diseases, to save the same state of vascularity, muscle tone, hypertrophy, to save the basal metabolic rate. But it's all getting stunted in the process, so you really don't want to do this. You basically want to restart your metabolism. You want to gradually grow your metabolism. You can't have a high metabolism overnight. It's not possible. It's something that I've learned. You can't have a high metabolism at night, and you need correct nourishment to grow your metabolism, so the metabolites are being made and that they're increasing your basal metabolic rate. It's increasing your metabolism's efficiency, and how fast it is, and how strong it is, how powerful it is. So you can get to a hypocaloric state, get your calories down, so you can burn the fat. You're getting these calories down, and again, you're burning fat, and as you're burning fat from decreasing the amount of calories, decreasing the amount of carbohydrates, you're making it so that your blood glucose level can be regulated easily by the hormone insulin and by the hormone glucagon. And besides from that, this video has been going on for about 18 minutes, guys. There's like fucking, there's 2 golf carts here. What the hell is this? The fucking golf stadium? Like the one place from fucking, what was it? It was Mario Golf. Gotta remember that game. It was an amazing game, Mario Golf. You got to shoot. You got to pick Bowser, Wario, Mario, Luigi. Waluigi, you got to pick my bitch, Princess Peach. That classic thought, Princess Peach. You know, she's been doing more than just Mario. She's been with everybody. She's been with Bowser. Secretly, when Bowser has been under control, guess what? She's been submissive. She's been submitting her body to him. She is a dirty thought. She's a dirty whore, just like the person who got on my Instagram feed today and was following me. I was like, what the fuck? I just got done doing a workout because I realized that if I take it slow and if I listen to what the doctor says, the neurologist that I have, you know that I'll still be able to do it. And I really thought for a while this was my excuse, is that I couldn't do it. My wrists are perfectly fine. I just needed to build the strength up in my wrist, stability, functionability, so they could be able to function. They could be able to do these things. They could be able to weightlift. They could be able to do multiple things, functional things. So I could do functional things with my wrist. But getting away from that point is that you want to get down into a hypocaloric state. Is that you want to remove that into calories. You want to get the nutrition that you need And not all of supplementation, you're getting just micronutrients and carbohydrates from supplementations. Okay? So have a balanced diet with macronutrients, micronutrients, macrominerals, and vitamins. Have a balanced diet, because too much can be, any food, even healthy food, too much can be bad for you. Too much can be bad for you. I'm not gonna. My one video, I was getting really angry at a teacher that I know, because he's a self-obsessive, condescending, little inconsiderate piece of shit. I don't like people like that. I like the nice people, the people that really know you, the people that know you for who you are and recognize you and say hi to you. How was your day? How was your day, Brian? My day was amazing. How was your day, Princess Peach? My day was amazing. I just got, swooped away. I just got married to Bowser. Fucking flies. Anyways, you want to get into a hypocaloric state, and the hell, it goes along with the whole subject of cutting and bulking, getting down in a hypocaloric state, usually cutting the calories amount, so you can reset your metabolism, you can reset your body's functions, you can reset anabolism, catabolism, biosynthesis to be even stronger from happening. You're cutting. So the thing that you're doing is, even if you have a low metabolism, then cutting is the thing for you. It's getting the carbohydrates, it's getting the empty calories out of there, so you can provide the nourishment. And the thing about cutting is that you need nourishment. You need nourishment for both cutting and bulking to see results. Get down into a hypocaloric state, hypotonic state. Usually, when you have low amounts of muscle tone than usual, and you have no blood circulation at all, and the thing that you're doing is, again, providing the nourishment that your body needs, the nourishment that your body so deserves. Cutting, I haven't talked about cutting and bulking in a while, and again, cutting the micronutrients, microminerals, and vitamins. So you're cutting everything, even the carbohydrates, to get out, so you can reset your metabolism. You can reset your metabolism so you can get it up. You can build it up gradually with an intake high in nutritional value, and so you can build it up from there, get it to a hypocaloric state where you can digest a lot of food, and you can also burn off the calories from fat, burn off carbohydrates, and burn off, guess what? The bulk of foods high in nutritional value, and not just empty calories, which is going to prevent your body from even growing further, from developing further, and it's going to be stunted, as I talk about all the time. This is going to be science of the body while you're gaining weight. And again, we look at fat people, we look at overweight people, is that they usually have no blood circulation, or they have fat growing in the area, and the blood vessels is when the heart, I should talk about this in this video, but is when the blood vessels can't work with the heart, is that when the heart cannot send the blood vessels out, and they cannot be delivered and supplied to the muscles to give it the oxygen that the body cell needs and the muscle tissue need to grow and develop to have good nourishment. When this doesn't happen, you lead into cardiovascular diseases, strokes, heart attacks. You lead into, especially when the liver, I think I should talk about this in this video. I'll talk about it in this video too. When you have so much sodium, you have so much cholesterol. When you have so much of a buildup of LDL, bad cholesterol, which is a blood plasma lipoprotein that's high in cholesterol, does nothing but deteriorates the body's cells and the muscle tissue. Is that a freaking spider? Oh shit, I'm gonna turn Spider-Man now. Tom McGuire. Shazam web, go. Abracadabra. Spins webs out of my hands. I used to want to be Spider-Man for the longest of time. But anyways, and bulking is increasing the amount of calories you have, but increasing the amount of food that you have. So it's balanced, but it's higher too, though, so you can build your metabolism, you build upon vascularity, get the fat down so you can build vascularity, and you can tone the muscles, you can get into a hypertonic state. You can build upon the muscle tone, vascularity, and you build upon your metabolism and grow that even more, so it's making more metabolites, and the anabolism, catabolism, biosynthesis are going to be more assured to happen in the body. Bulking, and the people do dirty bulking, that's doing nothing for your spine, empty calories, that's just going to stunt it, and that's going to leave you in a point where you're basically fat, and you're retaining a lot of fat, And even after you go into cutting, you're getting into a hypocaloric state. You gradually build up your caloric intake to get into a hypercaloric state. But with nutrition, the thing that's happening with this is you build your fat back more, and that you don't make it so that anything grows in your body, that all of it is stunted. And I've learned this with cutting and bulking, is that you have to do cutting and bulking correctly. And you have to lose the fat before you can have a high metabolism. You can't have a high metabolism when you're really fat. It's not possible, because you're going to increase your carbohydrate intake, increase the amount of calories. You can't be a skinny guy that has amazing genetics that can carbohydrate low, increase their carbohydrate intake while decreasing exercise before competition. You can't do that. You can't burn off the carbohydrates. You can't burn off the calories to basically save your body from anything. Because guess what? You have a low metabolism. Your metabolism that's not as efficient, that's not as strong, and that's not as fast as that person that has high metabolism, that can have a lot of food, that can have a lot of trash food, empty calories, and carbohydrates, and just foods high in no nutritional value at all. But again, they're not gaining in weight because they have a high metabolism. And when your metabolism is low, guess what? It's really sensitive to carbohydrates. It's really sensitive to empty calories, and you're forcing your body, your metabolism. It's so low in that. The thing is that it can't do is I've also went through all these experiences, all these things that I talk about in here, whether it's through cutting and bulking, getting to a hypocaloric state, develop into a hypercaloric state, hypotonic, hypertonic, to shed fat, to lose fat, and then build the muscle, build your metabolism, vascularity, build vascularity, build hypertrophy, build all of that, and have an increased amount of catabolism, anabolism, biosynthesis, of having natural functions in your body from happening. Oh boy. But the thing is that when you usually have obese people, overweight people, is that they're forcing carbohydrates into the body that way too much for the metabolism. The metabolism is not strong, so it can't take these in and burn them off as fast. It takes a long time to burn off empty calories and carbohydrates, even calories from fat. Any empty calorie food with no nutritional value at all, it takes a long time to burn it up. So if you're gonna want to not gain in fat, you gotta be working for about 2 hours, working out at a high rate, and maybe, just maybe, you'll not gain in body composition, add to the amount of visceral fat, body fat, the amount of water fat that you have and that you retain in your body to prevent things like vascularity from happening. Muscle tone. The blood vessels are usually blocked off, leading to cardiovascular diseases, not supplying and delivering the oxygen to the muscles, tissue, and to the body cells that it needs. Your body needs nourishment. You need nourishment. You need nutrition. Good nutrition. I talk about all the time on the show. If you not have it, you're not going to live for much longer. And it's really major that I want to stress in this video, is that it's major that all of these things happen to reset your metabolism to get into a hypocaloric state, to burn the fat, and they can build up, gradually increase up in nutritional value, to the thing that you get into a hypercaloric state, and that you're building it because you have anabolism, catabolism happening. You have more energy and you have more nutrition. And when you have more nutrition, your metabolism is going to grow and develop more than having no nutrition at all, having bad ass. I not mean like the badass, like the cool kind of nutrition. I mean bad as ass. Bad as ass. Bad as your grandma's ass. Although my grandma's ass is filled with insulin. So, joke for you today. Okay, guys. What do you call being fat? A low metabolism. Ha ha ha. But I got some more jokes in there. Anyways, when the polyunsaturated fats, when the food's high in lipids, high in cholesterol, sodium, and LDL, the thing of that is when it gets carried to you by your cells and muscle tissue, is that it's deteriorating them. Not even that, it's affecting your liver, both even the amount of sugar that you have. If sugar can be stored from when you use it and you're never using it, so much is being stored up and it can't control it. Your liver can't control that much. And so things like when you have a lot of cholesterol, sodium, when you have so much unnatural cholesterol, you have so much unneeded cholesterol going back into your liver makes cholesterol, your liver makes sugar, it makes that, and it makes a certain amount, and it makes the natural, because you don't need the unnatural. The unneeded is not needed. It says it in the name, unneeded cholesterol, and it's just pulling on it and increasing your chances of cholesterol spikes, increasing your chances of LDL, bad cholesterol, high cholesterol, of strokes, of heart attacks, of cardiovascular diseases, deaths. When the liver goes down, the other liver goes down. The heart It gets affected, and the colon too. All these organs in the body get affected. The heart, the liver, the pancreas get affected when they can't do the natural things. They can't have the regulations on the things that they need to have for good nourishment, for good nutrition. They can't have the regulations that are meant for your body. It's 30 minutes going this video. I'm yelling at the top of my list, but it's okay, guys. So, I just wanted to explain that. I wanted to explain the metabolism and all that fun stuff. And if you like this video, it's 30 minutes. You better watch this video. And if you don't watch the video, I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to, you know what? Hell, we haven't gotten some good jokes in a while, guys. Brian Second Fitness here hasn't gotten any jokes. Okay. What do you call spinach with no nutritional value at all but antioxidants? Lettuce. Romaine lettuce. Ha ha ha. That was a funny joke if you get it. If you don't get it, then you shouldn't be allowed on Brian Second Fitness' channel. We're going to go by this sign. It says smile. We're going to smile real quick. End this video. Oh boy, I've been walking so long. I don't got a girlfriend, but I'm looking for one. Seriously, babes, hit me up. Anytime you want to hit me up on Instagram, my name is Brian Second Fitness. Hit me up in my comment section below. Hey, look, my washable marker. I missed you. Dirty bastards. They just fucking wrecked my washable markers. Damn it. Anyways, guys, it's 31 minutes and 35 seconds. We're getting in here. And we're going to end right here with a smile. We might go down the slide for like the anniversary video of Brian Second Fitness. Why don't we go down a slide? It's not illegal to go down a slide at a local park, so why don't we? Now we're going to go down a slide. A swing on the swing. A swing on the swing. We haven't gone down a swing in a while. Ba-bum-bum. I miss these days. Oh, I'm flying. When your show is too low budget and you can't afford effects, so you have to swing on the swing. Okay, we're done, guys. Bye, guys. Brian Second Fitness. I got all I got to get down this video. Bye, guys. Have a good time. Bye, have a good time.